All right, folks. Doing something a little different today. We're gonna shoe diesel and hot sauce, and we're gonna put borium on all their shoes so they'll have better traction on snow and ice, rocks, pavement, and concrete. And I'm also gonna put pads on them with some impression material to cushion, give them a little cushion when they're on hard ground like that. But this is borium, and it comes in these sticks. Basically, what it is it's nickel, or it's carbide chips in nickel and brass, some softer metal, and I'll braze it on, and it's the carbide that grips, but it's the softer metal that brazes to the shoe and holds it. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm just gonna put it in my little vise here, and I'm gonna break off pieces with a hammer I don't like very much, because when you hit this with a nice hammer, that carbide is harder than steel, so it tears up your hammer. So anyways, I'm just gonna hit these, hit the ends of it to where I get a good chunk, and I'll get, I don't know, I'll get like 25, 26 pieces, and then I'll put them in a little box, and then I'll start brazing them on. But anyways, this is how we get it off the stick. I'm just using I'm gonna use this old ball peen hammer that I got. There's one. I just keep moving it up. Two. So anyways, that's just the little chunk, and then as I get it hot, I'll try and show you. I can't, unless I have another camera person or something like that, I can't show you. But what happens when it's in after you get the flux on it, and you hold it right under the burner of the forge, and you'll see the brass gets really shiny, and then it'll start to run, and that's when you know it's ready to come out of the fire. All right, folks, let's start with diesel. Hi, buddy. So I'll just kind of show you. He needs done, but this is what his plane setup will be. He'll have a piece of borium on the toe and each heel, and then I'm going to put a pad across here with some impression material, just to cushion his put some cushion between him and the pavement that he's gonna be on. So anyways, but he won't be any slippy sloppy. He'll be feeling good. But anyways, let's get rolling. Okay, I got one, I think, ready. I'll kind of show you how it goes. I'll do one heel at a time. Got to get my little piece. Oh, I might need a glove. This. I didn't need that much. Now I'll just hold it. I don't know if you can see me, but I'm holding it right under the burner. The wind's blowing, so it's taking some of my heat away. I'm not sure I like that. guess I don't need a whole box of borax, huh? Alright, she's getting hot. Alright, I see that brass. I'm gonna just use my Pritchel to kind of move that stuff where I want it. Get my hammer handle a little bit cool, and I just cool it with the face of my hammer. Now I'm just gonna touch it in the water. I just touched it, and then I brush it. And if it's not gonna braze on, that brush will brush it off. But so you can see the pieces of carbide in there. Now I'll do that hill. Okay, I'm doing 2 shoes at a time. I got another set that's already hot, or another shoe that's already hot. Brush the slag off, set my little piece on there that I'm burning myself. Just get a little on this time. Last time I poured half the box in there. Oh, darn it. I messed that up. I'm gonna start that one over. I bumped it and the thing flew off. My little piece flew off. Oh. Let me clean this. Start that over. Okay, this one's about ready. This is probably boring for you guys, sorry. I'll just finish this next one up, and I'll turn it off or speed it up or something so you don't have to sit here and watch me watch. Okay, so there you can see I got 2 pieces. And I'm just put on the back end, I just put it on the heels on the front. I'll put one on each heel, and either just one on the toe, or depending on how, if it's a great big shoe, I'll put one on each side of the toe. But he's got little feet, so he'll just get one in the middle. All right, so here's the fronts. You can see the borium is still hot, so I'm not gonna touch it, but the borium is on the toe and the heels. So this is what a lot of horses that fox hunt use, because they can run on the ice and snow that way. So anyways, now I'll put the pads on. Okay, I got the shoe pad ready. Got the impression material ready. I gotta mix these 2 putties together. I've got my copper sulfate, which inhibits bacterial growth in the foot because there's a pad on it. Oh. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here, but I'm gonna I should have prepped better before I started filming, so you didn't have to see so much nonsense. So, alright. I'll mix these together. Put some copper sulfate in the foot. Put some on the impression material. And that'll mix in there and just kind of, bacteria will still grow. It just keeps it from getting too crazy and out of control. So. Now, before I finish those, I'm gonna pick his other foot up, let him put all his weight on there. I already did that other foot, but let him put all his weight on there so that stuff finds everywhere where it's got to be. All right, she's like, you got treats for me? Anyways, so I haven't cleaned her feet out yet, sorry, but we're just gonna go do a before and after. Now she's got the snow pads on, if you can remember, I put so that she wouldn't ball up. Now we're gonna put leather pads on her. We put plastic pads on there's the trimmings. I'm gonna put leather pads on her because they have a little more give, they're a little softer, and just because she's going down into the canyon and there'll be a lot more rocks, so and they're thicker. So anyways, she's gonna get these along with the impression material, but the shoes will be the same. The pads are different, and I might put a toe grab on the hinds for her. I didn't for him. I didn't think you'd need it, but with some of that slippery rock that's going to be, you know, the cobblestones on South Kaibab and stuff, I might go ahead and put a toe grab on her backs too. So she'd get 3 pieces on each, maybe 4 in the front. We'll see how, you know, we'll see, but probably just 3 on each. Alright, front shoes done. Still gotta do the backs, but you can see my press material. Borium here, and then my leather pads. That is traction.